I think this is the appropriate form of action that we're doing right now, and I couldn't be prouder of our group of guys to come up with this solution. And you know, regarding thoughts and the stuff that we went over this morning, we met as a group and went over to Vegas, and we met as as a group there, and thought this was going to be the best form of action to take. And I'm really proud of what we come up with, and we definitely think this is the best thing to do.
Go to Ryan Clark, The Athletic.
This question is for Nazem, Pierre Edouard, and Ryan. What does this day mean to the three of you? What does this moment mean to the three of you to know that the league is doing something and standing behind you are your peers in a united front?
I think if you look around this room, there's a lot of white athletes in here, and I think that's the statement that's being made right now. It's great that the NBA did this, and the MLB and the WNBA. They have a lot of black players in those leagues, but for all these athletes in here to take a stand and say, you know what, we see the problem too, and we stand behind you. I go to war with these guys, and I hate their guts on the ice, but I couldn't be more proud of these guys. It's the statement that they've made today is something that's going to last. These 2 days isn't gonna fix anything, but the conversation and the statement that's been made is very powerful, especially coming from this league.
I agree. Just to reiterate, I think this is a big enough statement, just all these guys sticking together. I've never, I got so much more respect for every single player in this league by doing something like this, and obviously systemic racism. We can use these next couple days to further educate ourselves and try to, for the betterment of society. So, it's something that needed to be done, and, I think hockey's a team sport and a team game, and every single one of these guys are on the same page and stand with each other.
Same here. It's not an easy subject. It's an awkward subject for a lot of people, and the fact that we're all here together right now, it's going to bring a lot of awareness, and it's going to be a lot of questions asked, and it's going to be able to help everybody educate themselves, educate the people to ask the question, and the fact that everybody is right here with us, standing up together, it's huge. It's a great unity.
Take the next one, Josh Clipperton, Canadian Press.
Hey guys, for Naz, Pierre Edouard, and Jason, just with the benefit of hindsight, did it feel right to play last night? Like, were you reservations when you were on the ice playing that game?
Yeah, it did, but in the same time, it happened really fast. I don't want to, give the blame to anybody, but by the time we got to the rink, games were on, and the news came up that the NBA postponed, so it didn't feel right, but I feel that after reflecting on it and us being here together, it's the best response we could have.
Greg Wyshynski, ESPN.
Thanks a lot. Hey, Ryan, Kevin Shattenkirk over on the Eastern side was talking about the influence that you had for a lot of these guys. What was your message about why it was important not to play?
I think it was just what I said. I think the message coming from a predominantly white league has a lot bigger impact. Not bigger impact, but it has a very strong impact when it's coming from players like this. Most of these guys have never lived through some of the stuff that black athletes have. They don't go through those day-to-day things that they feel that racism, or they've seen the racism, or their family's gone through it. But for them to say, look, we see what's going on in society, and we disagree with it, and something has to change right now. That was my message, and I think I said that standing together here is it's more powerful than anything you can do. We're in a bubble. There's nothing you can do outside the bubble right now, and we can't change anything because we're stuck in here. But together in here right now, that's what we can do.
Patrick Johnston, Post Media.
Bo, can you maybe just walk us through the thinking this morning? What were you guys thinking about? Why today? Why not yesterday? Why not Tuesday? What changed?
No, I think just, again, we talked about it in the room this morning, and, we really, obviously realizing the impact it's having on the world and around the sports communities, and obviously, seeing what was going on with basketball and the MLB and everything that, we talked about as a group, and then wanted to go over and talk to Ryan in Vegas, and we just all thought it was the best course of action, and everything that Brian's has been saying, that we need to come together, and obviously this kind of stuff can't stand, and that we need to educate ourselves and realize what's going on in the world, and I think he's hit the nail right on the head that there needs to be change, and us being all together here, as one, definitely shows strength in the hockey community as well as in the world.
Take the next one, Saad Youssef, The Athletic.
Hey, Nazem, I'm just curious, with the hoodie that you have on, is there a particular importance with that for you? Obviously, Muhammad Ali stood for and things like that. Does that mean anything special to you?
I mean, obviously, he's an icon, someone I looked up to. Probably my favorite athlete. I mean, I think, he was definitely a role model, and as leaders up here with the NHL, I think we have a unique opportunity to try to create sustainable change. And, that's what this is all about. It's not just one or two guys. It's, every single player being on the same page and sticking together. And, morally and ethically, this is the right thing to do.
Take the next one, Sean Shapiro, The Athletic.
Hey, Jason, you were kind of cut off earlier, I think, when the question was targeted to you as well. How do you look at kind of from playing last night and kind of thinking about that decision and kind of what the discussions were like today for you guys?
Yeah, I think it was just a really quick turnaround for the events, and the timing for us was a difficult stance to take, and you know what, I don't think us not reacting quick enough was necessarily a bad thing. We're doing our part now, and we're trying to do what we can here today and tomorrow. And you know what, we could have not played yesterday, but it was such a quick turnaround that I think it was hard for us to start that conversation and get it going. And we were able to dive into it a little bit better today and really open up as a group. And obviously Vancouver and Vegas, they were able to open up together, and then things stemmed from there.
David Shane, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hi, Ryan and Jason. Since you guys and Robin and Tyler knelt for the anthem a couple of weeks ago, there hasn't been a whole lot of, I guess, maybe activism on the ice since then. Have you guys been wanting to do more since then?
I think when we took a knee that one day, it was a day to start the conversation. For me, I also have a lot of respect for military, and so I wanted to start the conversation of what's going on in the States right now, but I also want to stand and respect the people that have fought and died for this country. So I don't think I was planning on doing anything else on the ice. I don't know if I am after this, to be honest, but I think this is a much more powerful message today than anything that one or two, three guys can do on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, nothing more needs to be said. We were able to start a big conversation amongst our team, stemming from that moment. So, that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to get the conversation going, and not only amongst ourselves, but amongst the country and the world.